What we're going to talk about next is now actually splitting audio and adding a new track. So let's just first give the recording a listen again.
Welcome to the Audacity tutorial. This is a test recording.
So I purposely chose this sentence because we could also switch it around. This is a test recording. Welcome to the Audacity tutorial. So you might just while producing notice that, for example, in this case, a sentence would sound better, maybe you said it wrong, or just generally, that's also the case. You often just want to move audio around. Also, if you're working with different sounds or music or something. So the good thing is you wouldn't have to re-record in this case. I wouldn't have to re-record what I said, but I can use a tool that'll help me split these two apart so I can work with them independently. So let's just give it another play.
Welcome to the Audacity tutorial. This is a test recording.
Okay, then I'm going to use my selection tool and just click here once, and we're going to want to split these. So what I push is edit, clip boundaries, and then split. And there you go, you see a little line, a little white line between indicating that there's been a little split. And I'm going to use my time shift tool, which we talked about earlier, and with it, keeping the left mouse button clicked, I can drag it around and move it. Now in this case, I can't really switch the positions of them because they're next to each other. They're basically locked in. So I'm going to want a new track. And what I'll do here is click Tracks, Add New, and I'm just going to push Audio Track. I could push Stereo Track too if I was also working with stereo, but I'm not. As I said before, I have a mono track, so I'm just going to click Audio Track, and it made me another mono track. And what I'll do is, with this tool still selected, with the time shift tool, I'm just going to keep the left button on the mouse pressed and just drag this down. I can just pull it into the new track. Now we said we wanted to play first, so I will drag it all the way up to the front to 0. And the nice thing about Audacity is you see it here. Once I reach 0, there's a yellow line, and works a bit like a magnet. It pulls it closer and it tells me it's lined up exactly at 0. And this isn't only the case when working with 0, but generally when you're pushing different elements together. So we'll see it now again here. Now I'm going to pull this audio, because we want it to play afterwards, to where this one ends, and there you go. You have the yellow line again telling you this is where the audio ends. And it's lined up perfectly. So let's just give it a quick listen. I'll just use the selection tool again, and now I'm going to click play with the space bar.
This is a test recording. Welcome to the Audacity tutorial.
There. So it's not ideal, of course, because you can hear from my voice that I began my sentence going upwards with my voice and I ended it going down. So of course this doesn't sound very natural, but this is of course also just an example to show you the possibilities. Now in this case we're going to want to clean this audio up a bit too. I'm just going to zoom in a bit because this pause here is a bit unnatural. So what I'll do is I'll just click and drag and then just backspace, delete, and it's gone. And the nice thing is Audacity also automatically moved this recording over to match it back up to where this one ends.
This is a test recording. Welcome to the Audacity tutorial.
And there you have it. Now you know how to add new tracks and shift your audio around. Now if you want to add more sounds or recordings into your project, you of course don't need to always click add a new track. You would just do what I showed you in the very first lesson, which would be just to import the audio, and it would automatically make a track for you. We just created one in this case because we were using a piece from the one recording we already had.